Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you join us from. My name is Obioramba Igbo, reaching you from Kolomahadum Wisdom University. Today's date is Oye, Market Day in the Igbo Lunar calendar, and 10/9/2025 in the foreign Roman Catholic calendar. And remember, I think Column we always advise you to use your natural sense, which we call akonuche in Igbo language. And we are primarily set up to decolonize your mind, to give you the correct information than the miseducation, misinformation, and misdirection from our colonial masters and their institutions and stooges in our land. And we package our lectures from the Igbo man, Biafran, and African perspectives. You see things from how it concerns you, not how it concerns other cultures. And that is why we've been asking you to join us, subscribe, follow us, like, comment, and share on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And right now we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. So join us and enjoy this lecture. The title of today's lecture is The Postponement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trial yesterday. Nnamdi Kanu of yesterday, October 8, 2025, which was adjourned to October 16, shows injustice to the race. The continuous adjustment and postponement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trial, especially the one of yesterday, which was postponed to October 16, shows injustice not only to Nnamdi Kanu, but to the whole of the Igbo race. That is how you should be saying it, because there's been a lot of delays, unavoidable delays, and keeping Nnamdi Kanu in solitary confinement. And you know, when somebody is in solitary confinement, he's not moving around. He's just sitting in one place. His heart cannot function well. His body, internal organs cannot be functioning well, because you have to be active in order for your body to be healthy. And that solitary confinement alone is adding a lot of infection, a lot of abnormality, a lot of disease to Nnamdi Kanu's body. And that is why so many experts and Nnamdi Kanu have been saying, allow me to go to the hospital. Allow me to go to the hospital of my choice. And the federal government have been resisting that. That is very, very, very unfortunate. And remember, the last trial that was held on September 26th, where Justice James Omotosho disallowed, dismissed the no case submission by the Nnamdi Kanu Defense Counsel. He dismissed it, saying that the case will continue. And we raised the alarm. And it was on that day that the Judge James Omotosho, mandated the Nigerian Medical Association to produce a report, a health assessment report of Nnamdi Kanu to the court yesterday. And when the court convened yesterday, the Nigerian Medical Association failed to produce that result, which means just trying to continuously keeping Nnamdi Kanu in solitary confinement. And they did that without no repercussion. I remember at one time during the prosecutor's presentation of witnesses, Judge James Omotosho warned the prosecutor, the prosecuting team to be fast, not to delay their witnesses showing up, because he will strike out the case. Because there have been a lot of delays in this case, just keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in trial, which is unfair. Very, very, very unfair. And before we continue, we want to show you some of the clips that happened inside the courthouse, outside the courthouse, and then the exchange between the House of Reps representative from Nnamdi Kanu's constituency, the exchange he had in the House of Assembly in Abuja with the Deputy Speaker. We also show it to you. So let me go ahead with those videos to show you what happened in the courtroom, and then the reaction of the lawyers after the courtroom, and then the exchange between Agwacha and the Speaker of the Federal National Assembly. So let's go with the first video. Now, you saw the teams of lawyers in the courtroom. They showed the prosecuting team of the federal government, and also they showed the defense team for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then thereafter, you are now seeing the interaction between Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers. I want you to pay attention and see what happened in that interaction. See, I want to I want you to see how Nnamdi Kanu is very, very bad with his lawyers. That's what I want you to see here. I want you to see how Nnamdi Kanu is very, very bad with his lawyers. See, I want Nnamdi Kanu even called one of them an idiot. He wasn't happy with the lawyers. He has now understood that the lawyers are not doing him and IPOB any favor. They are now seeing that these lawyers are incapable to deliver him, to set him free from this case. He has now seen that these lawyers are in disarray, and that is why he called one of them an idiot. And you can see him upset with these lawyers. I want you to look at how upset he was with these lawyers. So go ahead and look at it. You can see from what is going on that Nnamdi Kanu have realized that these lawyers and his brothers, his siblings, have failed him. They have failed him. You can tell from his face. You can tell from his reaction. You can tell from how he's talking to them. You can see from the whole environment between him and the lawyers that he has now realized that the siblings and these lawyers have failed him. They don't know what they're doing. They are confused. And Nnamdi Kanu knows what he wants. He wants referendum. He wants freedom for his people, and not to have him drop what he is fighting for the independence of Biafra, for the restoration of Biafra. That is what he stands for. He says it is Biafra or death. But these lawyers are not on the same page, that they are running around, and then they cannot have just realized that. So let's continue to watch his reaction. We stop this one here so that we show you other video clips that are very, very, very important. And so you have seen how Nnamdi Kanu's exchange with his lawyers and his brothers. He's not happy at all. He's been disappointed because he now know that his brothers and the lawyers don't know what they're doing. Now let us show you the next video after the court, how the lawyers came out to address the world. And the first video clip that you looked at, the credit goes to Channels Television. But this next video now, the credit goes to Talk Nigeria. Let's watch that video.
Hello, everybody. Today is the 8th of October. I'm here with some of the members of the legal team. We just emerged from the closure of proceedings in the case of Nnamdi Kanu for today. The story is not going to be too long. It's very short. The prosecution made a motion, an application to adjourn this matter because the Nigerian Medical Association did not file the report that the court mandated it to file on the last adjourned date. And that report, the kernel of that report is actually to advise the court whether Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fit for trial, or continuation of trial, and whether...
This is Aloy Ejimako addressing the world about the outcome of yesterday's trial, saying that the Nigerian Medical Association failed to produce the reports which they are supposed to provide to the courts. Let us continue to listen to him.
He deserved to be transferred to a hospital, i.e. the National Hospital. So that report was not in. So for that reason, the prosecution made a motion, an application to adjourn the matter to another date, and the judge granted the application and adjourned the matter to 16th October.
So on the issue of medical counsel, yesterday medical counsel sat on the issue that has to do with.
So that was Aloy Ejimako explaining to the world why the case was adjourned yesterday, October 8th to October 16th, 2025, as a result of the failure of the Nigerian Medical Association to provide a report, a health assessment report of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which will let the court know whether Nnamdi Kanu will continue to stand trial or not. But they failed. And that's how they've been failing. If you have been following this case, you can see that the Nigerian government and their agents have been delaying this case, and leaving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue to remain in solitary confinement, which is an injustice, not only to Nnamdi Kanu, but the whole of Igbo race. It is an injustice to the whole of Igbo race, because a lot of people have said that if Nnamdi Kanu is from another tribe, he shouldn't be going through what he's going through. After all, so what they went through, he's free. Who went through the sitting, he's free. So many of them going through that, they're all free. Nobody's being held. But meanwhile, the federal government is dining, negotiating, paying bandits, recruiting them, pardoning them, those killing Nigerian soldiers, killing Nigerian citizens, rendering them homeless, driving them out from their farms and their homes. They still pardon them and dine with them. None of them is in prison. Why shouldn't they kind of be in prison? So let's continue to listen to the lawyers.
With Professor Aj, and when I got the information, I went to that place because I've written a petition against the DSSS doctor, the one that never examined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and wrote a report. That was a couple of years ago, and nothing happened. Then I also wrote another one against the doctor that never examined Nnamdi Kanu, but had the audacity to depose 37 paragraph affidavits, countering the report of Professor Aj. But surprisingly, they left my own petition and they created another issue. I went there, confronted them with it, so they succeeded in intimidating me and harassing me with a petition against me at the FPDC. But that one is a different ballgame altogether. Now to the President, Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please, as a matter of urgency, direct Attorney General to discontinue this honor charge. This charge is embarrassing Nigeria the more, and the more they keep on applying for adjournment. I know that they must have advised you, telling you that they don't have a case. I heard them saying. So in order to protect the integrity of Nigeria, please allow them to discontinue this particular charge, and so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will continue with his agitation. Address all those issues that gave rise to the agitation. It will.
This is Maxwell Opara, the lawyer who went to, is it Austria last time, and was saying, who is DOS? DOS my foot. That is him now, saying, complaining that the federal government, Tinubu, should release Nnamdi Kanu so that he will continue with his agitation. It's like that. He just woke up from slumber. It's like he's just woke up from dream, knowing that if he's a family lawyer, he doesn't know what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for referendum, for the freedom of his people, which is enshrined in the UN Charter and the African Charter, and it's not a violation of any law. But why is it now? Why is it that it is now that you know that they should release Nnamdi Kanu to continue with his agitation? Because self-determination is a human right. It is Nnamdi Kanu's right. It is IPOB's right. It is Biafran people's right. It is African people's right. Plus the fact that the Europeans came all the way from 6,000 miles to our land. Say, you are one country. You are one country. We are not the same people. We are different. We have different value system, and it's not workable. So why is it now that Maxwell Okpara is now asking the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu to continue his agitation? Why is it now? All you lawyers that are family lawyers, you are not qualified to still remain in this case. You need to go so that correct lawyers that knows what Nnamdi Kanu stands for, what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. We take over the case and free Nnamdi Kanu to free our people from continuous punishment, continuous third-class citizen or fourth-class citizen, from continuous marginalization, intimidation, roadblocks everywhere, so that they can take over. So let's continue to listen to Maxwell Okpara and other lawyers.
Everything will come down. Anything short of that, if Nnamdi Kanu is released, he's expected to continue with the agitation. That is the naked truth. There's no going back. And all those people that are dancing around you, praising you, they are deceiving you. They are making your government unpopular. We are the people that are helping your government, telling you the truth. Attorney General will not tell you the truth, of course. No, don't touch me. Attorney General will not tell you the truth. And then person will not, we are the people that will tell you the truth. They don't have a case against.
How can the Attorney General be telling Tinubu the truth? If he tells Tinubu the truth, how will he be eating? He's eating from this case. He's eating from the case. So why should he tell Tinubu the truth? It is left for you lawyers to present your case beyond reasonable doubt. If you really know what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, you stand behind that, working with IPOB leadership and not removing yourself from IPOB leadership. That's how you get results, and not fighting like a family lawyer. This is not a family issue, not a family case. This is country versus country case. And then Nnamdi Kanu is presenting Biafra. The federal government is presenting Nigeria. That's what the case is about. That's what the lawyers should know. So let's continue to listen to Maxwell Okpara.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, you know that had it been that Nnamdi Kanu is from the north or from the southwest, he will not be here today. They are doing him because he's from Igbo. Nobody should touch me. Allow me to express myself. It's my right. So Nnamdi Kanu is suffering this.
Now, we at Nkolo Mahadum, we have a problem. When somebody is making a good statement, somebody is touching him. Why are you touching him? Why are you touching him? You see how these lawyers are behaving. All those people surrounding Maxwell Okpara that now he has woke up to speak the truth. And they are touching him not to say that because Nnamdi Kanu's predicament is because he's an Igbo, which is truth. It is because he's an Igbo. Why are you touching him? This touching him. We don't like it at Nkolo Mahadum. Why should we be touching him when he's speaking the truth? Allow him to say what he wants to say, what is in his mind. But remember, Maxwell Okpara said that if they did not dismiss, if they did not release Nnamdi Kanu on 9/26, on the last two trials, one that happened on 9/26, that he will resign from representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's mad already. Nnamdi Kanu was not released on 9/26, and today again he was not released. So allow him to speak. Don't be touching him. So let's continue to listen to them.
Because he's an Igbo, he's from Southeast. Those of you that are in the House of Assembly, Senate, bench warmers, we watch what is going on. At the appropriate time, we will tell you people that yes, the masses are watching you. Thanks, and have a nice day.
Yes,
now, Maxwell Okpara is warning even Biafrans in the National Assembly, saying that they are bench warmers. They are not doing anything. They are not doing anything. Not only them. The governors are not doing anything. The House of Assembly people are not doing anything. The so-called Igbo leaders are not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Because if the Igbos come together, Nnamdi Kanu would have come out from that place a long time ago. But they're not together. And even you lawyers don't know what you are doing because you don't understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. If you understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, you will have also gotten him out since. But you decided to be a family lawyer, listening to the family's siblings instead of following IPOB leadership and IPOB directive. That is why you have not made any significant progress in this case. So let's continue to listen to them.
If they like, the government of the day should apply for record of proceeding so that they will realize the frivolity of the charges and the evidence already before the court. There is no reason for this prosecution. All the decisions of the court ought to be reviewed so that they will know the frivolity of what is happening before the court. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, all lovers of freedom. Please take a listening to what I'm saying. Nigeria is a country we all love and we want to love. But we cannot love this country unless this country begins to do equity, begins to do justice, and begins to do fair play and fairness to every citizen of the country. Chief Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu went into the Biafra Civil War because of injustice. Now, Ralph Wazulike went into agitation for Biafra because of injustice. Today, Nnamdi Kanu is fighting the same injustice. And let me tell us, even if Nnamdi Kanu today stops today, there will be 10,000 other Nnamdi Kanu out there willing to take up the fight. And I must tell us that even my own children know that we are first of all Biafrans before we are Nigerians. Nobody can take that from us. We are first of all Biafrans before we are Nigerian. Just like you are Odudua before you are, or Yoruba before you are Nigerian. Just like you are Arewa before you are Nigerian. Nobody can take our identity away from us. So let Nigeria know this. And know
Not even take the life of
Yes, the lawyer said it clear. We are Biafrans before the arrival of the colonial masters, the British, and the Oduduwa people were living there, and the Hausa people are living there. We've been existing before the arrival of the Europeans. We have different value system. We've been doing our own thing. So we are Biafrans before the British came to amalgamate us and name us Nigeria and kept us India up to today. That's what we are. We are Biafrans. Nobody can take it away. He said it right. And even if you hold Nnamdi Kanu, the agitation is still going on. The IPOB leadership, led by Mazi Nnamdi, is still holding on to the struggle. The struggle is even waxing more stronger because the IPOB is established in more than 100 countries across the world. It's a very gigantic organization, and they are waxing stronger. And then Nnamdi Kanu being there haven't changed anything. They haven't changed anything. So the faster you release him, the faster for the federal government and the Biafran people. So let's continue to watch the video. The next video that I will show you is the one exchanged between House of Reps member Agwacha, who represents Nnamdi Kanu constituency, and the deputy speaker in the National Assembly. Let us listen to that video. The credit to this video,
Obi Agwacha,
the credit to this video goes to
Mr. Speaker of Iguano, Umaya North and Umaya South Florida constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm an Abia man. Mr. Speaker, I rise on Order 6. Honorable Obi Agwacha, I represent.
The credit for this video goes to Channels Television. So let's watch it.
Represent the great people, Mr. Speaker of Igbo, Umuahia North and Umuahia South Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, Amanabi Aman. Mr. Speaker, I rise on Order 6, Rule 2, matters of privilege.
What do you want to... Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I wish to draw the attention of Mr. Speaker and the House that on the 26th of August, 2025, I wrote a letter to Mr. Speaker, the House of Representatives, as well as a letter to the Attorney General of the Federation and a letter to Mr. President, urging for the urgent intervention request in the editorial Federation and on the 6th of
He wrote this
August
letter.
2025.
He wrote this letter to the office, to the leaders of the assembly on August 26, and he never received any response from the leaders of the National Assembly. Let's continue to listen to him.
I wrote a letter to Mr. Speaker, the House of Representatives, as well as a letter to the Attorney General of the Federation and a letter to Mr. President, urging for the urgent intervention request in the deteriorating health conditions of my constituent, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Up until today, Mr. Speaker, I have yet to receive any response from Mr. Speaker, from Mr. President, and from the Attorney General, despite the deteriorating health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom has been evaluated by his own team of doctors and came up with a report which was attached to the letter that was submitted to Mr. Speaker and to the President and as well to the Attorney General. Second evaluation has been conducted by the Nigerian Medical Association, and the results even further confirms.
He copied this letter to the leaders of the National Assembly, the President, President Tinubu, and the Attorney General. And up to the time he was speaking, he never get any response from any of them. This is somebody representing the constituency of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He wrote a letter. He is in the National Assembly. His letter was attended to. That is how they are treating many of our people, representing our people. That's how, this is a clear example. They don't even, if it's another person from another tribe that wrote that letter, he will have received a response. But because he's an Igbo, because he's representing Nnamdi Kanu, his letter was ignored. At some point in the video, you will see that he even went to the speaker's office, yet his letter was not responded to. Let's continue to watch him.
The deteriorating health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he has organ deficiencies, low potassium, and that he is, as we speak, on the verge of death. Mr. Speaker, at the instruction of the court instructed in 8 days for the Nigerian Medical Association to also do their own assessment. So there are 3 reports now, Mr. Speaker, all leading to the same direction. I quote the judge. The judge says, "It's only a man who is alive and living can stand trial." Mr. Speaker, this is not politics or any other thing, but it is a fundamental human right that should be ascribed to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Most other people in that gap have been given opportunities to even travel overseas to seek medical attention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is neither convicted of any crimes in Nigeria and must be protected under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, Mr. Speaker, a lot of progress has been made in order to see that the government does the right thing, to be able to afford Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the urgent treatment that he needs. It's significant, Mr. Speaker, if otherwise.
What I want to point out here is that you can see how the foreign colonial judicial system is not working in our land. They will tell you that you are not guilty until you are found guilty. Nnamdi Kanu have not been found guilty. So why can't he have the right to go for medical attention, to go and take care of his health? Why wouldn't he be allowed? He hasn't been found in violation of any law, of any Nigerian law. But Nigerian government, which have violated international law, violated so many of their laws against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have not received any punishment. That is how you should know that this foreign judicial democracy, this foreign judiciary that we are practicing in Africa, it's not helping us at all. Let's continue to watch.
My dear honorable colleague.
Yes, sir.
I do not see where your privilege is conflicted here.
I have not received the letter that I wrote to the Speaker. I'm a member of the House, and my office deserves a response, whether it's positive or not. But as a member, and the letters were received by your office on the 27th of August, right here.
Is the letter you wrote to Mr. Speaker's office just a notification?
Not a notification,
or a demand for a certain action?
You see, now they have started to shout him down, to stand down. They don't want to listen to him. They don't want to listen to his complaint. That is the problem. He wrote a letter to the president, to the speaker, to the attorney general, and none of them responded. And he came to the floor to explain his disappointment. They are now shutting him down. They are now shutting him down. This is what our people are going through in National Assembly. It's just an example for you to see. Let's continue to watch.
Yes, we requested for a certain action, which was to intervene in the medical condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom is now, his health condition is deteriorating.
If it is something specific to the office of the Speaker, Honorable, I find it a little bit intriguing that you will come by way of a privilege to demand action to be taken.
Mr. Speaker, the letter was
office
written.
Of the Speaker that you have direct
Mr.
access
Speaker,
to.
the letter was written since August 26th.
You have direct, unfettered, Honorable.
Yes, sir.
Unfettered access to my office. This is not the kind of thing that I would expect that would come by way of privilege.
It is a matter of privilege.
If it is something beyond you, from the outside, but if it is something that is a letter written to my office, you know, a phone call from you, a visit to my office can solve the problem. So I don't think if...
Mr. Speaker, I've been to your office, Mr. Speaker.
So you mean
I've
you
also
have
submitted the
explored
letter,
all
Mr.
options
Speaker.
and opportunities. You couldn't see me except here.
I've come to your office, Mr. Speaker. We just resumed today.
I don't think
we just resumed today, Mr. Speaker. And it's very important, Mr. Speaker.
Please, Honorable,
Order, please.
Honorable, please.
Please be guided.
Step it down because it is not the right thing to do.
Yes.
Please, I beg you. Step it down.
Please be guided.
Mr. Speaker,
Please be guided.
Mr. Speaker, it's a matter of life and death.
Please,
please be guided.
I am trying to tell you the procedure. This is not right. Step it down and see me if you want any action concerning any letter you have written to me. You don't need to go by way of this.
Please be guided.
Excuse me, sir. The House rules allows me the latitude to bring an issue of privilege to this House and to the attention of Mr. Speaker. And it is important, Mr. Speaker,
It
that
is
this House
only when your
takes
privilege
cognizance
is compromised
of the issue of Mazi Nnamdi
denied
Kanu.
that you can bring it up. And I thought that particular position is talking in respect of instances where the issues is beyond your control. But this is not what...
He told him that the issue is beyond his control because this issue is in the hand of the British government. And the British government is the one that is running Nigeria. The Fulani Caliphate is only their errand boy. So the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hand of the British government, not in the hand of even the Tinubu or even the House leaders. That's why he told him that this case is beyond you. Obi Agocha, that this case is beyond you. So let's continue to watch him.
A letter from you to from yourself to me?
Yes, sir. The
When
letter
you
is
have,
here.
as a member,
Mr. Speaker.
direct access to come to my office and seek for explanation.
Mr. Speaker,
why?
I've been
Why
to
do
your
you have to
office.
go through this?
I've been to your office to seek
over-arguing with the speaker.
Please.
Excuse me, sir. Can you read the order book, Rule 6 and Subsection 2, to know that I also have the right?
Honorable,
Yes,
please,
you do, but
please,
you are
you are ruled out of order. You are ruled out of order. You can sit down, please.
I have to. You are ruled out of order, please. Listen to the government.
Mr. Speaker,
Listen to the government, please.
Mr. Speaker.
Finally, they were able to shut him down. They off the mic from here he was speaking, so you can no longer hear him. That is what we've been saying, that Nigeria, as it is presently constituted, is not in our favor. We don't have the numbers to make headway in the National Assembly. We don't have the number. We did not allow you to speak. You are speaking, they shout you down, they cut off your mic so that the world don't hear you no more. You don't have control. That's why every Biafran, every Igbo person should continue to work for the restoration of Biafra, where we shall have our own nation and do our own thing, our own way, and people will allow to speak and given the opportunity to speak and be listened to, and their concern looked into and taken care of, than shoving you away, pushing you away as if you don't belong. So I just want to show you that clip of what Obi Agwacha, representing Nnamdi Kanu constituency, went through, trying to present the health predicament of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the assembly after writing to the leaders of the assembly and the Tinubu and the Attorney General, and he never received any response. And when he came to the house, he was also shouted down and his mic offed by the powers that be. And that powers that be is being controlled and manipulated by the British government. And with this, we shall be bringing today's analysis of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trial of yesterday to an end. And we want you to always like, share, comment, join us, subscribe, follow us. This is an university. In Colomar University, it's an university where we lecture you. We use different things across the world. Both things happen at home and abroad, and other things to educate you to understand the world that we live in, so that you can know how best to go around and survive in this dangerous war. The world we live in is a dangerous war. No this and no peace. And with this, we shall bring it this lecture to an end. Thank you very much for joining us and have a very, very good day. Bye-bye. Thank you.